and we're two freshman data science majors. And our project is, we're taking a lot of data. Our project is Playlist to Podium, which is, what if your Spotify playlist decided your place on the podium?
So our idea was basically that music is something, especially for me, that helps me. And so this is something that we found was common for a lot of F1 graduates. So we basically looked at their playlist, extracted the audio features of the songs in that playlist, and used that to correlate it to their race results, which, once you give it your own playlist, it figures out how your features match up to the drivers and gives you your own results.
So the techniques that we used was we first took the audio features from the driver's playlist and we created a vibe profile for them of sorts, where we averaged out the features. And these features were actually from the Spotify API, which is unfortunately now deprecated. So we used a Kaggle data set of 1,200,000 songs. So using that, we got the features such as tempo, valence, energy, danceability, and we averaged them out over the playlist to give a kind of score or a profile for each driver. And for the F1 racing data, we used a Formula One World Championships data set, which had all the races from 1950 to 2020.
Right, yeah, so one of the biggest challenges we had was the API being shut down, which took us 3 hours to realize on the first day, so we spent a lot of time trying to figure out that. But then once we got the data set working, it was consistent, and there was a lot of null values, especially because we tried to combine a bunch of data sets so we'd have more data points. And then, of course, model accuracy issues always bound to happen. These were quite simple to solve in the end. It was just, I think, a really long process more than anything else.
And so I just want to cover some of the data that we've used to make our predictions. So from the Formula One side, we've used the driver lap times as an indicator of their performance. And we kind of averaged out their lap over the entire race weekend from the race day itself. And we got an average lap time, and that was the metric we used as our kind of predictor. And on the music end, we used the song features and attributes as mentioned before. And we chose races specifically from 2018 to 2024 for 2 reasons. The first reason was that 2018 was the first year of regulations, and we chose to use a multiple regression model. We believe that this allowed us to consider the impact of all the audio features, and also gives a continuous outcome distribution, and also let us identify the correlation between certain audio features and weight them. And so we'd like to show you an example. So this is one of the example playlists we've made. And I'm just going to copy that over. And when we run our code, if you put in the playlist URL, you can see that you would place, based on this playlist, number 9 on the leaderboard. But if you would pick another playlist with different songs, for example, his gym playlist, which he knows has a lot of songs in common with Lewis Hamilton, you would maybe place first, demonstrated above. And yeah. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Krishan, and this is my project. So on screen,